By now, I'm sure you know of the incredibly tragic and sad news surrounding Diogo Jota and his brother Andre Silva, who both passed away in a car crash in Spain, aged 28 and 26, respectively. Right off the bat, condolences to his family, his wife Ruth, their three kids, Denise, Duarte, and Mafalda, his parents, Joaquim and Isabel. What they're going through is something that nobody will ever quite be able to understand, I imagine, due to the sudden and tragic way that it all went down. And I don't want to harp on this for too long, but I felt it was only right to pay respects to a man who really seemed down to earth, seemed chill, seemed like a family man, like a valuable member to his community, both in Liverpool and in Portugal, and someone who I had the utmost joy watching him play. He was an incredibly talented footballer, but in times like this, none of that really matters. It's moments like this where the the loss of someone who's seemingly larger than life, especially at such a young age, makes everything else feel insignificant. Football truly is the least important of the most important things. I have this channel and I come on here and I talk football, I talk this, I talk that, but all of that, it just it would feel like a disservice not to mention Diogo and pay him his respects on this channel. Obviously, this video is not monetized. Not I'm just at a loss. He was always smiling in every media event or video that they did. He was incredibly ingrained into the FIFA and FC uh, communities, EAFC communities. He just seemed like a really normal guy who loved his family. And that is such a huge loss for them. And truly, truly, my prayers, my thoughts with them, his family, his friends, anyone who knew Diogo Jota personally. Because it's just so sad. And, oftentimes we think about footballers as these robots or these machines, but they're just human. They really are all just human. And it's moments like this that magnify that to a greater degree. And I think if there's anything we should take away from this, it's to, give people a break a bit more, I guess, to be kinder to one another, to not take the precious moments in life for granted because you never know. Yesterday, it was somebody. Tomorrow will be somebody. Today was Diogo Jota and his brother Andre Silva. Faith is just a tragic, tragic thing, You can't control your destiny. You could try your best, but sadly, everybody's got to pass at some point. And this is something that, quite honestly, I haven't been able to get out of my head all day. From the moment I woke up and read the news, I just couldn't believe it. I still can't believe it. And I don't know if I'll ever fully process it because beyond just being an incredibly talented footballer, he really was someone who seemed overjoyed with life, filled with happiness, and infectious in his attitude. He seemed like he lifted the spirits of everybody around him. And thoughts and prayers to everybody involved who knew him personally, because this is just something that you can't, you know, you can't help but feel sad. So I guess I just want to say, Diogo Jota, thank you for everything. You're a remarkable footballer and seemingly an even better person off the pitch. Words can't describe just how impactful this is, and seeing the outpouring of support, not just from teammates and friends, but the greater sports and global community as a whole, really makes you realize just how precious life is and how much of an impact he had. Um, you know, I do think it's incredibly, it's just, as a player wearing number 20, getting that number, now officially the news is official that Liverpool is retiring number 20. I think that's the least they could have done. I'm sure, at least I'm hopeful, that Liverpool will continue to pay out the remainder of his contract to his family and continue to take care of them even beyond that, I hope, because he really was just such a incredibly joyous person, it seemed. He just had a love for life that, I think oftentimes people get lost, they get stuck, they forget to appreciate the smaller things in life. And he seems like someone who really just enjoyed every moment of his. So rest in peace, Diogo Jota. Rest in peace, Andre Silva. And you'll never, ever walk alone. Thank you for everything. I hope your family can find solace